guys, welcome back to Advanced Bass Fishing, and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel today. And guys, today I want to talk about chartreuse on lures. Any lures out there that have chartreuse in it, chartreuse is an attractor for big fish, and I want to go over in today's video some situations they work in, because there is a lot of different scenarios that chartreuse works in based upon the conditions. It's a color that does not get fished as much as some of the other colors out there, yet it's one of my favorite colors to catch bass on, so we're gonna dig into that in today's episode here. And also guys, I just showed you there two of my favorite lures for this time of year. One is this Megabass Super Z2 crankbait. The other is my Blaukat Throwback jig. Guys, I'll link both of these in my Tackle Warehouse link if you guys would like to try them. Just throw the crankbait, guys, the Super Z2, around any shallow laydown wood or rocks in the summertime if you have water visibility of less than 2 feet, and just flip the jig, guys. This is the green pumpkin chartreuse. Flip it around any shallow cover in the same scenario when that water's below 2 foot of visibility. So both of these will be linked in the description of the video, and really appreciate that. Okay guys, chartreuse on baits. Let's talk a little bit about why. Now we've touched on this before a little bit, but I want to reiterate that based upon several different conditions that it works in. It doesn't just work in one condition. Most people associate a chartreuse bait with some type of dirty water, low light conditions, and that is one of the better situations for it. Anytime that you've got dirty water or water visibility of less than 2 feet, chartreuse is going to be good. It stands out. It's a bright color. But the thing about that is there's a water clarity window that chartreuse works good in, and a lot of this is based upon two different things. It's based upon the light intensity surrounding that watercolor, and it's also based upon the species of fish and the time of year. So let's talk a little bit about the outlier here as far as chartreuse. Now, chartreuse is one of my favorite super clear water baits in clear water conditions under some of the lowest light conditions that you have, which is normally associated with like heavy clouds or rain, those type of a deal. So if you have water visibility of over 4 foot clarity, clear water situations, and you got a rainy, cloudy, specifically a windy day, largemouth and spotted bass will really bite a chartreuse bait, whether it be a crankbait, jerkbait, topwater, jig, whatever, anything with chartreuse in it, in that low light condition. They won't touch it if it's bright out, but if in low light condition, specifically rain and clouds and wind, because the wind will also reduce the water visibility, chartreuse can be really good. And then we've talked about this before, chartreuse is an outstanding color in gin clear water for smallmouth bass up in those big northern smallmouth lakes like the Great Lakes, in any type of sunlight condition. I don't care if it's bright sunny, if it's cloudy or whatever. I've caught tons of big smallmouth on chartreuse. If it's calm with not much wind, I have always done better on a chartreuse topwater, but if you do have wind, more of a subsurface bait like a crankbait or a jerkbait can be pretty good. But the main part, the situation where you do want to use this chartreuse is the specific water visibility in correlation with the light intensity that you have. So here's the scale that I put it on when I like to use chartreuse. If you've got water visibility less than less than a foot, like, anywhere between 3 to 6 to 8 inches visibility, a chartreuse lure can be good under brighter light intensities. Like if you have this much water visibility, chartreuse can catch fish on a bright type of a sunny day. Now, if you go from like 4 inches of water visibility, 4 or 5 inches, up to like maybe 10 or 12 inches of visibility, you're going to have a different type of sunlight intensity rather than bright sunshine. You're going to have like a 50% overcast or 75% overcast where the sun's popping in and out of the clouds. Then these colors will work in that situation. And if you go up into water clarity even more, let's say you start to get close to the 2 foot of visibility, that is when you're going to have a little bit more cloud cover, maybe like 75–80% of overcast, or it could be overcast, but it could be that thin cirrus cloud overcast, not like a thick overcast with rain, like the big cumulus clouds, because light intensity varies tremendously with the type of clouds that you have. A cumulus cloud is going to, put out a lot less light intensity than like a thin cirrus cloud. So remember this, guys, the the light intensity in correlation with this water temperature is really going to open up some different windows for a chartreuse lure. Now, another thing with the chartreuse lure is it also works good in a lot of different conditions out there, like in low light conditions, natural low light conditions, like early in the morning or late in the evening. So for example, let's say the water visibility is 2.5 foot. And if you were fishing at 10 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock in the morning on a sunny day, if you got this much water visibility, this thing's probably not gonna be any good. Or the chartreuse on the jig's not gonna be any good. But if you get out there, that water visibility is around 2 feet, and you're out there just after daylight, it's still shade on the water, it's low light, the sun's peeking up a little bit, you can still catch them on the chartreuse, even if it's clear water, but you have that low light condition, and it's gradually gonna go away as you get to 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and you'll have to change to more of a subdued color. Instead of the chartreuse, you'll have to go to a shad. Instead of the chartreuse on a jig, you'll have to go to a more natural color. Another thing with chartreuse too is wind also plays a role in it too, because you can have some varying degrees of light intensity, and based upon how hard your wind is, that can also dictate how good chartreuse works. You can have a little bit brighter light intensity and a little bit cleaner water, but if you have like a strong wind, like a 15 or 20 mile an hour wind, it can also make chartreuse good. Chartreuse is really good on a windy day. So a lot of it just has to do with the species of bass and the conditions, variables with water clarity, sunlight conditions, all that type of stuff, and just try it. But I can tell you one thing, guys, and we've talked about this before, if you can catch a fish on a chartreuse lure, the bass is always bigger. If you let's say, for example, you catch 100 bass on a jig that's got chartreuse in it, those 100 bass are gonna weigh probably 25% more than if you caught them just on a straight brown jig. Or if you catch 100 bass on a chartreuse crankbait, those 100 bass are gonna weigh 25% more than like on a shad pattern crankbait overall. Now, it may not be the best color for all day long, but when you hit that window, it's a good way to catch some good fish. So anyway, guys, hope it helps you out. And like I said, try the Super Z2, guys. I'll put that link in the description. Think you guys will catch some good ones on it. We'll talk later.